couple weeks ago, or yeah, a lot of people got stuck trying to drive up in that snow, but they're driving on something else this time.
Yeah, Gene, I think a lot of people are worried that this is what we're going to see tonight and tomorrow morning will be just like that.
I seriously doubt it's going to look exactly the same as it did 2 weeks ago because of a key difference. We've got a lot of water coming in, and as it's falling out of the sky, well, it could be falling in two different forms, sleet or freezing rain. I want to break those two things down so everyone kind of understands. You all know what snow is. It's white, fluffy. And in fact, what's falling out of the clouds is snow. However, it encounters a pocket of warm air up around 5,000 feet, and then underneath it is cold air. So the snow melts a little bit, and on the way to the ground, it bounces. That's sleet. When you see something bouncing, little pieces of ice, that's sleet. Freezing rain is something different because in this case, you have the snow falling out of the sky, but a lot of it melts all the way to the ground. So you end up with these raindrops. So a lot of folks will wake up tomorrow and see rain. The problem is the ground could be at or below freezing, so the rain will freeze on contact. That's freezing rain. That'll probably cause a lot of problems on bridges, overpasses, and then if enough of it accumulates on trees or power lines, that could be a problem too for the possible potential for power loss. Let's take a live look in Coleman and show you what we're looking at right there. Kind of damp streets. Again, not a whole lot falling. You saw Chris Womack earlier, and you saw some of the flakes floating around him. It was kind of a mix. Some sleet and bouncing, you saw it bouncing off his shoulder, and then just some of it just kind of floating around. So it's a mix, and that's the reason why the winter storm warning is in effect from the National Weather Service. Again, they put out the warning when they anticipate that there's going to be a problem that could produce dangerous driving conditions for the most part with this ice and freezing rain mix. And again, some snow likely up to the north where we mentioned earlier. And that's what we're seeing on our exclusive Titan 3D radar. This is kind of a pink shading here along with the white from Coleman back toward Addison, Double Springs, Arley, and Nauvoo. Those are places that are probably seeing that mix. Everyone else is seeing pretty much just a cold rain washing across town right now. And again, there could be a couple of sleet pellets mixed in as some of that snow doesn't melt all the way to the ground. And that's the reason why we get some of that sleet mixed in. So what's going to happen overnight? Our exclusive TitanCast computer model shows the areas mainly to the north that have the best chance for seeing the mix. And then we also have the potential for seeing some snow, as we said, Hamilton, Arley, up around Coleman. The pink area here, this is where, as temperatures drop, the rain could ice up when it hits the ground, and then further south of town, it's going to be all rain. So all this should be over, I think, maybe by the time we get to 9, 10 o'clock, the rain should stop for the most part. The skies will remain cloudy, but we shouldn't see anything else falling from the sky for a while. So we get a bit of a break. That could give the roads a chance to recover, the crews to get out and clean, and you might be able to get out without too much difficulty. Then, tomorrow night, we're going to see another batch of rain move in. Once that moves out, though, here's the problem. We've got another surge of moisture that will come in during the day on Wednesday. And look at this. Our computer model is now blowing up a whole lot of snow on the east side of town. We'll have to watch this very carefully to see if this plays out. But there is a potential for, once we get rid of the first batch, for the second batch could be even worse if that snow does hang around and accumulate. So that's something we'll have to keep a close eye on. Overnight, we'll be watching temperatures. Right now, Hamilton has dropped to 30 and Coleman at 32. Birmingham's still holding at 36 degrees. That's why we're not anticipating a lot of snow falling from the sky tonight. It'll mainly be kind of a freezing rain mix overnight with that sleet and snow north of town as temperatures hover around the freezing mark. Tomorrow, we may get above freezing for a couple of hours, so we could have some icy spots in the morning, and then a cold rain will begin to taper off. And you know, I rate the next day's weather from 1 to 10. It's called the Norman number. For tomorrow, only up to a 3. And as we take a look at the rest of the week, there's that potential for more wintry weather on Wednesday. Once we get rid of that, we're in for some nice weather for Thursday and for Valentine's Day. Temperatures climb up into the 50s. By the weekend, we'll be up to 60 degrees. You know, it was 60 degrees yesterday. Can we believe that? Just one day does not follow the other in this crazy month of February so far.
So a lot of people may be watching this, digesting this information and wondering, so how long do I stay off the roads tomorrow?
I think it's a good idea to just wait till whatever has fallen overnight to melt, if it did ice up. And that will be probably around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. The road should be cleared and with fewer people on the road because a lot of schools have been canceled, the businesses are closed. That'll give crews a chance to get out and hit any hot spots, and then we'll wait for round 2. Remember, after it's over tomorrow and you wake up and you say, there's no snow on the ground, the weatherman lied again. It's going to be just rain, and then we'll wait for round 2.
Okay, Gene. Thanks, sir.
Of course, whenever the winter weather strikes here in the Birmingham area, it messes with the flights.